Hold on to your bootstraps here. This is going to be interesting. The Playhouse at Westport starting November 29th and runs through December 18th. So it's going on right now at the Westport Playhouse. It's called Dixie's Tupperware Party, and this is not your grandmother's Tupperware party. Joining us is the star of the show, Dixie Longate. Dixie, welcome to Big 550 KTRS.
Hey, darling, how are you? Good morning.
Yes, Dixie.
It's a chilly one outside. I'm not used to it being this cold. I'm from Alabama, and so it's warm down there. So I come up here, and I'm like, holy crap. I'm not even ready. But I brought my big furry muff, so something to stick my hands in, because you need to stick your hands in a big furry muff so you keep them warm, because otherwise you can get a chest cold, and you don't want that.
Okay, now, all right, Dixie, you started selling Tupperware out of your home in Mobile, Alabama?
I did. I started 15 years ago. I started selling conditions of my parole. My parole officer, she's like, you got to do something to get your kids back. I'm like, I don't want, they give them back too. It's the law. We got to change that law. But, and so I started selling, and at first I was like, well, I'm not allowed to go into people's homes because of the restraining order. She's like, that's all right. I'll get it moved. And she did. She's so resourceful. She got it moved. And then I started selling Tupperware, and then it got like, one thing led to another. First of all, I went in, and I was like, getting a job is always hard, but this is a party, so you get free drinks. I'm like, oh my Lord, I'm at work. I'm staying in this job. So I would just drink all the damn time. It's fun. And then one thing led to another, and I just kept going, and it became this thing. And a friend of mine saw me doing a party at somebody's house and said, you ought to put this on stage. This is a fun program. I was like, shut up, stop talking. And then we did. We put it on stage. I took it to New York. It got some attention, this little theater festival. Then it moved off Broadway. Shut up. I can't even stand it. And then from there, it moved on tour. I started touring in 2008, and I've been on the road ever since. The police could not even ever find me.
So the true story is that you started this Tupperware party as Dixie Longate.
I did. I started selling it, and then just one thing led to another. You never know the weirdest thing's going to happen. I hear talking about food storage in somebody's living room, and all of a sudden somebody's like, you should put this on stage. And I said, why are you talking? We're doing this and then.
And so had you been on stage before?
No, I never. Well, I was at the PTA one time, and they did this little review. It was the cutest thing. Eloise from down the street, she did this thing with a puppet. But there was not anything major. And so I never did like stage work or nothing before. It's my first time. And it fit me like a glove.
Dixie, what does your family think about you traveling?
Oh, they're stupid. No, I have 3 kids, and they're all back in Alabama. And my oldest, usually, Winona, she's 16. She takes care of them a lot of time. Or Georgia Jean, my best friend. She lives 3 trailers down. She'll come in. She'll be like, oh, look, everything's good. Nothing's on fire. I'm like, good, then leave them alone. Don't poke them. I'll get home. It's nice to be on the road because I don't always see them. Sometimes we do this thing where they're like, hey, Mama, I want to Skype on with you or whatever. Oh, don't do that, because then I'm looking at them on the camera and I'm like, okay, kids, why is the cat missing a leg? Why is there a bloody handprint on the wall? And then I got to do that thing where like, I'm sorry, my signal's bad. And then just shut the computer because I don't want to see that. They're crazy. The
Dixie's Tupperware Party runs through December 18th at the Playhouse.
It does.
So explain to me, and I want to ask this as tactfully as possible. Coming from Mobile, Alabama,
yes,
one wouldn't expect you to come out of Mobile, Alabama. Well, it's a little more conservative, is it not?
You know what? It's conservative, and all my friends are and everything. We do it again, but every once in a while, Jesus makes a winner. So he popped out somebody pretty, and then after me, the rest of the day, he's like, I don't care what I'm doing. I'm going on vacation. So everybody probably born after me. It's kind of ugly. But I just came out as the pretty one. And then, you know what? That's the thing. Who would have known? I go to places all over the country. I've actually been to places all over the world doing my program, places that don't even speak American. Crazy. I was in Australia. I'm like, I don't even understand what they're saying to me because their accent's so fun. But yeah, no, I come from there, and I bring a little bit of my Southern upbringing with me, and just, go and try to embrace everybody as much as I can. And what's funny is when you're out on the road, you meet so many people, obviously, and there's always stuff that we're more alike than you think, like more alike than different. Like everybody's stupid. For example, just you meet people all the time, you're like, damn, you're stupid. Why are you allowed to breathe? Like that. But no, that's the good thing about traveling all over. You just meet great people, and I've been so lucky on 8 years to be all over the road and just talk about food store. Who would have known food storage?
Who would have known?
How did you sell when you were selling Tupperware? How'd you sell? Were you selling
I
it?
did really well. I was one of
I
the
bet you
top
did really
sellers.
well.
I did. I was one of the top sellers in the entire United States and Canada. And they have a thing called the Jubilee every year, which is the big Tupperware convention. And I go every year and I stand there and they all get recognition. They bring me up on stage. They'll give me prizes and stuff. So it's fun and that. And I met some of the greatest friends in my life through the Jubilee. And when you go to different countries, Tupperware is sold in over 100 countries worldwide. So sometimes I go to countries I'll be like, ooh, they have something different here because this country does different things than our country does in America. And they said, well, we got a kimchi maker, if you're in like Asia, because I don't eat kimchi, so we wouldn't have one here. But it's interesting to see that Tupperware is so different in all the different countries that I go to, and I love it. It makes me happy.
Kind of like America. There's a lot of different Americans, right?
They
all
sure
all
are.
shapes and sizes and
Yes.
colors and
some of them are tall, and I ride them like a trucker, and some of them are not so tall, so you just have to be neighborly and pat them on the head.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dixie Longate is going to be at the Westport Playhouse through December 18th. I got just a minute. What do you think of our fair St. Louis City while
I
you're here?
love it. So far, I got to tell you, everybody has been so dang neighborly. I've been here for a week already, and everybody is so sweet, rubbing up on my legs, saying like, "Let's have sex by the dumpster," whatever. They are so nice. And yesterday was
I
my
see you met
first-
John Carney.
Well, is that what his name was? He scribbled it on a piece of paper. I'm like,
All
I
right,
can't
here
read.
you go. Metrotix.com, phone number 314-534-1111. Tickets available at the Westport Playhouse. You run through December 18th.
2 more weeks through a week from Sunday.
Dixie Longate, welcome to St. Louis.
Thank you, darling.
And I
is
love
a-
your Dixie earrings,
It is a
too.
it is a great American story. Thanks for coming in. Have a good run.
Thank you for having me.
8:58, Big 550, KTRS, Dixie's Tupperware Party at Westport through the 18th.